And so, Mama Uswabwaji has been looking at the subject of youth in radio because it is the theme for World Radio Day today, but also dovetailing it with the subject of whether social media is taking over mainstream media. And so, please, let's get this very incisive discussion.
So I'm here at Adom 106.3 FM with the host of the morning show on Adom FM, Captain Smarts. A little chit-chat on World Radio Day today. Good morning to you, Captain Smart.
Morning, sweetheart.
How are you after, asking all the useless questions yesterday?
I'm doing fine after asking useless questions anyway.
Yeah, but I want to ask you, as we celebrate World Radio Day today, do you think social media is taking over the radio?
I am who I am today because of radio. And I said in my intro this morning that today is World Radio Day, and people who know me, who have seen me before, who praise me, those who insult me, those who adore and all that, do that because of radio. So I'm proud I'm a broadcaster.
You don't think that social media is going to swallow radio in the next 3 years? That's what some people are predicting.
No, I don't think so. For example, when you send something to me on WhatsApp, at the end of the day, who would go further to probe into what you sent to me? The social media is there. For me, I think it's helping radio. We get the information, and then we move into it more. Because the social media, probably you'll not be able to have the time to go look for this person's number or that person's contact to, find more about what was being sent. So I do not ever think that social media can take over radio. No, not at all.
When would you leave radio?
When I'm 50.
How old are you now?
I can tell you, but I'm less than 50.
I'm also here at www.myjoyonline.com. Want to pose the question, is the internet taking over the radio? So we've got to ask the beautiful Nina here. Good morning to you. It's World Radio Day today. Just want to ask, is your internet space taking over the radio?
Yes, it's definitely the next big thing, if it's not already.
So where would I leave radio?
Radio will still have its space, but just that online will take a greater portion of it in the years to come, definitely.
So Mr. Ando takes very beautiful photos on myjoyonline.com. Usually it's very exclusive pictures, and I have to ask you, some people say online is taking over the radio. What do you have to say?
It's true, because online, the access to online is bigger than access to radio, because when you are searching information online, you can even listen to radio online, and you cannot have online information on radio. So I think in the near future, the online will occupy bigger space than radio.
I think that is very true. Online is gradually going to take over not only radio, but even other forms of media. And the reason being that it can do, or it can sort of incorporate all the other things that you get from the three main types of media outlets. Like you get the audio, you get the video, you get pictures, and you get text. But I still think that radio is still relevant.
So here we are at Hit 103.9 FM, and I've got one of my favorite colleagues with me, Kwamina Chenchen, and I've got to ask you, did you start on radio?
Yeah, funny enough, I started radio. Now I'm on TV. But I didn't start on radio.
Okay, which radio station?
Started on
Okay, I did Unique FM, I did Radio Central, I did Sky FM in Takoradi, I did Choice FM, and then I did City FM, and then Joy FM. So here we are. I'm not going to talk to the host of the morning show on Hits FM.
What's up? You see, his name is Black Eyes for a reason. Why did you choose that name? Anyone on radio seems to have some radio name. Why?
Well, I didn't choose this name because anyone is using it. Actually, I use black because I'm proud of my complexion. It's beautiful. It's bold and black. And the eye is the eye of the Most High. Well, the internet is a growing industry, and it is bringing competition, and it is bringing option to the person out there who wants to get information on different mediums, different platforms. But I don't think the social media or the internet can really relegate radio to the background. I don't think so, because radio is a tradition. It's easy. It's not everyone that have access to the internet to really know what is going on the internet. But radio, a phone without internet access can even listen to.
So now let's discuss the thing that's really bothering me. World Radio Day. What are we bringing? What is going to happen? What are we going to do? Please tell me, Eric.
Okay, it's because of World Radio Day. That's why we are all here, and I'm very proud and happy to be here. Thanks to Joy FM Radio Day. I have with me a caption I took from their website, World Radio Day, and let me read it out. World Radio Day is about celebrating radio, why we need it today more than ever. A day to remember the unique power of radio to touch lives and bring people to...
That's the platform to discuss the issues, and it's known that young people of our age, our voices are critically absent from the airwaves. So this platform has given us a chance to air our views, to hear from the children in disadvantaged areas, because people don't get access to the internet or maybe TV. So radio, they can be educated, entertained and informed as well. So I think this is very, very, very important in the life. Are likely to listen to the radio online. I think this is going to encourage them to, pay attention to what's going on the radio. To
continue to listen to the radio every time, and it's very accessible. As she said, I can access it on my phone. I don't even need credits or money to access the radio, and that's very good. That's why for us they use that we don't have money, take allowances from my parents and everything. So I think the radio, happy Radio Day.
Yeah, I must say, radio is the prime for some people. For instance, your grandmother at the village depends on the radio. I hope you.
Personally, for me, I get to receive details. Yeah.
Information just like fire on the radio.
Radio is the power.
Yes.
But then what I would want to know is, why don't the youth take interest in the radio? I mean, they see it as old-fashioned. They think it's only...
Yeah. The name is Richard Fifi Apia. He actually said that if you are a place to make the right place to make to confirm the news is the radio. For instance, do you remember when Professor Atamos died?
Yes.
The day.
Yes. I didn't believe it at all.
You never believed it.
Never believed it.
It was trending on social media, but Jifa Bampo came on air to confirm it.
Yes. Yeah. So news on the radio was like fire.
News on the radio makes.
And for one, I prefer the radio. It's healthier. See, watching TV, yes, it's fun. You see images, but then the glare.
And so many of the times you get to hear of the many breaking news emanating from social media into mainstream media. Now, Kingsley, would you say that social media has done or is doing a lot more harm than good, or in many respects will eventually come to take over the workings of mainstream media? Because many of the news you hear on social media. Do anything and you'll be filmed.
Well, for judgment, I don't want to pass judgment, but I think gradually it is, if you don't take care to take over the
mainstream media,
because it's faster. I mean, quicker. Unlike you sit here and in a minute you hear what is happening in Bolga. You people, and because they don't have standards for now to abide by, they don't have to cross-check. You see somebody doing anything, just films it, and then in the next minute it's on the media, WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever. But you, because of your reputation and other
ethics,
open to ethics, legal suit and all that, you want to be sure. So you send somebody, maybe if the thing is happening in, let's say, Tumu, the nearest reporter you might have will be in Bolga. He now has to take a car, go there, be sure, interview people, film them, be sure that the thing is happening before you air it. But the social media man, there's no ethics, there's nothing. So he just puts it there. If it turns out to be wrong, it's done, it's up and run away anyway. Most often you can't even trace who put it in. So, and you see those of us who are receivers of the information, well, unless it's against you, you might not be bothered. Oh, hey, this is what is happening. For some, personally, when I hear things, I want to hear it from the former media. Oh, and then it's not like because I'm here, I'm addicted to Joy News, because I feel that Joy News is becoming much more credible than even the state media. Those days it used to be GTV,
GBC
radio. But today, I believe that many more people are having more confidence in multimedia than, because you are a bit faster. So for that, even when I receive some of these information, I say, oh, let me wait and see that I'll get confirmation from
Joy News.
All
right.
But there's still the threat that gradually
social media is taking
over.
George.
Well, yes, I think that for now, social media is competing effectively with the traditional media, not taking over. I think the competition is, but I see a reduction in that as the time goes, because I believe that looking at from what my brother has said, it is beginning to be obvious that we need to regulate social media, and I'm sure it will not be too long when
some regulation will come. At what point do you think regulations can come in when it is very much uncontrolled, even world?
Yeah, but that's why the controls will be put in there. China has done it to some extent.
That's gagging.
Well,
because you go to China,
but you see,
you go to China, immediately you want to Google comes, and by 2 minutes it's gone.
Because you see,
no Facebook, no WhatsApp.
2 weeks ago, we were in Holland. Then you get social media telling that there is a who has passed on. Imagine that she had a relative there who was very attached to her. It could have led to anything.
A lot of apprehension.
A lot of apprehension. A lot of many things. I think that some of these things are excesses that must be kept by all means. They will get it wrong, but the rate at which they are getting it wrong is becoming, the rate at which false information is being passed on is a bit worried. You get it wrong too sometimes, but of course, it's a human institution. So you expect that not always will the traditional media get it. But at least you guys wait a bit. Sometimes you want to cross-check, you make a call or two. So even after a call or two, if you are not too sure and put it out, at least you have made some check. In this case, I just take a photograph of you, or even do a Photoshop and write anything and send it. I could do a Photoshop and send it to your wife at home that you have had a gory accident when it's not true, and anything could have happened. I mean, I think that yes, the competition is there now, but I think that we must begin. And interestingly, I was just telling my wife yesterday that I suspect that smartphones, because of social media, will start losing market value. Because I know too many people who are now saying that I want my yam. I prefer my yam because
the yam that we are dropping.
Yeah, but well, no, people are also saying that they prefer it because.
Which yam are you talking about?
Oh, we are talking about.
Because you see, what it is that you are buying smartphones and you are getting all this. Sometimes in the middle of the night when you are supposed to be asleep, people are sending you messages that when you go checking, it's not an emergency.
I think your wife checks a lot of your.
I don't know about that.
So you're worried about it. I
so
think
we are going back for
the more recent scandal.
Oh, we are dropping the yam.
I think the more recent. I think
they go and buy the yam for your.
I think the more recent scandal and of various mischievous dimensions has been the issue of the Nayeli cocaine, and over the weekend, when the whole thing started, it started with a picture of a young lady who was a member of the NDC and metamorphosed into something else. And that's the power of social media in many respects. But that'll be it for the morning. And thank you very much, George Lowe. I've enjoyed the discussion this morning, and I've loved the friendly fight between the two of you. He's a member of parliament for North Dying in the Volta region. And also Kingsley Abuaji Jedu. He's a finance person also, and always here arguing as far as finance is concerned. And he's a member of parliament for Bibiani and Rianso Bekwai in the Western region, close to Ashanti more than anything. And thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much.
We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping up our show.